How do we apologize for something that we've done? Oftentimes, apologies are hard to give. And sometimes we don't do our best when we apologize. And so I came across this great article from the great Brené Brown and a colleague of hers, Harriet Lerner, about how to apologize. And this is so, so important, you guys. I really want you to pay attention here because this is going to make you better in your relationship. In any relationship that you have. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be with your children or with your parents. But it's going to be something that's going to help you move forward. You know, when I was a young parent and I would tell my kids, you know, hey, Sophia, you need to say sorry to Jordan, or Jordan, you need to say sorry to Sophia. And, you know, they're like, sorry, or okay, so you said you're sorry. Now what are you going to say, Jordan? I accept your apology. It was also robotic. And I realized that as a young parent, I didn't arm my kids with the knowledge of how to give a sincere and heartfelt apology. So here we go, guys. Number one, a true apology doesn't use the word but. I want you to just think back to a time where someone has apologized to you and you're like, you hear them say, I'm really sorry, but, and how you hear that word and it automatically says, it invalidates the apology. I'm saying sorry, but. So take but out of the apology. Number two, a true apology keeps the focus on your actions and not the other person's response. Think about that. I'm sorry, but you know, I wouldn't have gone off on you if you hadn't called me out my name. So you can see how that goes, is like suddenly you're saying you're sorry, but you're blaming them for your response. So a true apology just focuses in on your actions. And number three, a good apology includes a reparation. And I'm not talking about 40 acres and a mule reparation. I'm talking about that, let's say that you cursed at your partner. That the reparation is, I'm not going to do that anymore. I know what that does to you when I say words that are so hurtful and disrespectful to you. I can promise you that that's not going to happen from this day forward. I'm sincerely sorry. Number four, an apology doesn't overdo. You've heard that, like, okay, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. It's one of those things that you can see how the person on the receiving end just feels like it's placating. You're saying you're sorry in this grand way so that you can appease me. I mean, I love the late Kobe Bryant. You guys all know about when Kobe had that indiscretion and he gave Vanessa that big ass ring. We all know that. That was a little bit overdone, but obviously it worked for him. Definitely we miss you, Kobe. Number five, an apology doesn't get caught up in who started it or blaming. So in other words, I'm sorry, but you need to check your attitude because this is why this is happening. If you would just check your attitude, then we wouldn't have a problem here. And I wouldn't have responded that way. So it's doing a little bit of kind of excusing yourself for your behavior, but it's also putting the blame on them. And so really a true apology that doesn't blame the other person, you focus in again on your own actions. I'm so sincerely sorry for what I said because I know it wasn't right. I want you to hear the emotion in that. That's extremely important, that when you're saying you're sorry, that the person can feel it. And a true apology, number six, it also focuses in on that you're going to avoid a repeat performance. It's not just that I'll never do that again, but here are the steps that I'm taking. So for example, if I find that I want to just start cursing and going off, one of the things I'm going to think about is okay, babe, this is one of those times I'm struggling. I've told you I'm going to make this better. I'm not going to do this again. I need just a couple of minutes for composure. So there's a strategy that you're employing. So you're not just saying, I'm not going to do it again, and you're using the reparations, but you're also employing a strategy. That is extremely important. And lastly, a true apology does not ask for forgiveness. It doesn't ask for anything. I mean, I will tell you that with my husband, sometimes I'll say, will you forgive me for that? And so we've developed that as a part of our saying I'm sorry and taking accountability. But really a true apology is, I'm sorry. You're humble. You are remorseful. And you let your partner know it. And you don't expect anything in return. That's the whole point. Remember with my kids, I was teaching them to expect something in return. But true forgiveness is not actually granted. You have to just ask and say that you're sorry and mean it. And don't worry about whether they forgive you or not. When it comes from the heart, it comes anyway. And so when you're thinking about these apologies, you're developing this beautiful relationship where you hold each other accountable. That there doesn't become this battle between, I gotta be right, and there's an I versus an us mentality. Because the moment you start trying to get your partner to acknowledge your rightness, then you've forgotten about the us. And so when we apologize sincerely, we create this beautiful relationship in which apologies come easy. We develop a spirit of forgiveness, and we develop a spirit of accountability. Guys, this is going to take your relationship to places you can't even imagine. This is such a powerful tool. I want you to use it, practice it. I'm Chantel Cohen, and I help you become one again. Subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Go to becomeoneagain.com and take our quiz. You will figure out what you need and what your partner needs. I'm here to help you make your relationship better. See you soon.